Remember when the Canadian government bought a pipeline for $4.5 billion? Well, now it looks like they're preparing to forgive $17 billion of public money loaned to Trans Mountain, and they're hiding it with accounting magic. It's classic sleight of hand, and here's how it works. CDEV is home to 6 Trans Mountain corporations, including TMP Finance and TMC. TMC's financial statements are made public and make things appear profitable. TMP Finance is a classic shell corporation. It buries its books amongst several other crown corporations, hiding Trans Mountain's losses from Canadians. Using accounting magic, TMP Finance took the $15.8 billion it borrowed from the Canadians and transformed it into 2 parts: equity, an investment that is usually earned and does not require repayment, and debt, a loan that needs to be repaid with interest when it passed the money down to TMC. TMC used this money to buy the 1951 pipeline and to pay for the ballooning construction costs of the expansion. This means that TMP Finance is only collecting interest on about half of the money it owes interest for. And to cover this unpaid interest, TMP Finance has to borrow more money from the Canada account. And as a result, the money owed to Canadians has grown to nearly $17 billion. TMC is doing the same thing, borrowing more to pay for its unpaid interest from TMP Finance. What happened to no more public money for Trans Mountain? More accounting magic. TD, BMO, and Minister Freeland all insist that Trans Mountain expansion is still viable at a cost of $21.4 billion. What they aren't telling you is that they had to stretch the payback period to 100 years in order to make it work on paper. Exporting tar sands oil in 2121 only makes sense if you ignore the climate crisis entirely. But wait, there's more. The fees that oil companies pay to use the pipeline, negotiated 10 years ago, are a huge problem for the project's commercial viability. The negotiated fees mean that at least $10 billion worth of construction cost will be paid by taxpayers, not the oil companies using the pipeline. The fees also create a perverse financial incentive to spend less on safety, spill preparedness, and pipeline integrity. Add it all up, and it looks like the federal government is preparing to make $17 billion or more of debt owed to Canadians disappear in order to maintain the illusion. Another massive subsidy to oil companies paid for by the Canadian public. If Trans Mountain's oil baron customers won't cover the cost of the pipeline expansion, neither should Canadians. It's time to stop the hocus pocus and cancel TMX so we can focus on a healthy and sustainable future.